Hey everyone, and welcome back. We're diving deep into the world of AI today.
Oh, yeah.
Specifically, how it might totally transform our entire economy and our whole society.
Right.
We're going to be breaking down this super interesting conversation between Raoul and total AI expert Emad Mostaque.
Okay.
It was on Pal's show, The Journeyman.
Yeah.
So get ready for some seriously mind-blowing insights into where AI is headed and what it could mean for all of us, you listening right now.
Absolutely. And I think one of the most striking things in this conversation is just how fast AI is actually evolving right now.
Yeah.
It's not just like small steps forward, it's like these massive leaps.
Right.
And Mostaque really drives this home when he says that AI models are basically doubling in quote unquote IQ, like every single year.
Wow.
And some of them are already doing better than humans in certain areas.
That is wild. So are we talking about those super intelligent generalist AIs we always hear about?
Yeah.
The ones that are supposed to be digital versions of Leonardo da Vinci?
Right, like the Renaissance person.
Yeah.
Well, actually, there's been this really interesting shift.
Okay.
While the first goal was to build those, like you said, Renaissance polymath AIs,
Yeah.
the trend now is towards these specialized AI workers.
Interesting.
Think of them like super skilled digital specialists. Each one's designed to be the best at one specific task.
So instead of one AI doing everything, we'll have an army of specialist AIs doing specific jobs.
Exactly.
Okay, I like that. Give me an example. What can these AI workers do that we humans can't?
Okay, well, imagine an AI that can go through millions of words, videos, and audio files super fast.
Yeah.
In seconds, it pulls out all the key insights and patterns
Go on.
that would take a team of humans weeks or even months to do.
Right.
And these AI workers are already doing this stuff today.
That's pretty impressive, but how does that translate to the real world?
Right.
What are the actual implications of having these AI specialists out there?
Well, one area where this is already happening is the legal field.
Okay.
So imagine an AI going through mountains of legal documents.
Yeah.
So lawyers can spend their time on higher level stuff, strategy and interacting with clients.
Yeah.
This is just one example of how AI is going to change every profession across all industries.
So it's like AI is creating this whole new workforce that's working alongside us.
Yeah.
And the implications for the economy are huge, right?
Absolutely. Mostaque talks about how AI companies could soon build and manage entire businesses
Really?
with almost no human intervention.
Wow.
We're not just talking about automating tasks. It's
Yeah.
about AI potentially taking on the roles of managers,
Yeah.
strategists, and even entrepreneurs.
Whoa, that's a big jump.
Hmm.
But how would these AI-run businesses actually work?
Yeah.
What would the economic system even look like?
That's where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
Mostaque suggests that these AI entities could even be using blockchain technology.
Interesting.
He calls them crypto rails to interact and make transactions with each other.
Wait, so crypto and AI, how does that work?
Okay, so think of it this way.
Okay.
Blockchain lets you make secure, transparent, and decentralized transactions, right?
Right.
So AI agents could use it to buy and sell things, manage supply chains, even negotiate contracts,
Wow.
all without any human involvement.
Yeah.
It's a whole new way an economy could work.
So we're potentially talking about a future where AI is running businesses, making deals, and even creating their own economic system.
It's mind-blowing, and it's not just theory.
Yeah.
There are already projects in development, like Mostaque's Intelligent Internet, which aims to build open-source AI using blockchain technology.
Okay, I definitely need to hear more about this intelligent internet. But before we go there, let's step back for a sec.
Sure.
We talked about AI reshaping the economy, but what about its impact on society as a whole?
Right.
It seems like these rapid advancements could lead to some pretty big social shifts.
That's a really crucial point.
Yeah.
So the conversation between Pal and Mostaque isn't just about technological progress. It's about what this tech means for the future of work,
Right.
our social structures, even our sense of purpose.
And I can see how that would be unsettling for a lot of people.
Yeah.
If AI is automating jobs this fast, what happens to all those workers who are displaced?
Mostaque acknowledges that AI's impact on the job market is a big concern.
Yeah.
He even mentions a recent example of dock workers in the U.S. who fought to prevent automation in their industry for at least 5 years.
5 years. That feels like a short-term solution at best, especially considering how fast AI is evolving.
Exactly. It highlights the urgency of finding ways to adapt to this changing landscape.
Right.
The question is, what will work look like in a future where AI can potentially do many of the tasks that humans do now?
Yeah.
It's a challenge that will require us to rethink our economic systems, our education models,
Wow.
even our fundamental ideas about the role of work in our lives.
So if work isn't the central focus of our lives anymore, what takes its place?
Right.
What gives us meaning and purpose in an AI-driven world?
That's a question philosophers, sociologists, even artists are grappling with.
And we need to be thinking about these things now, not just when the robots show up at our door.
I agree, and it's not all doom and gloom.
Okay.
Mostaque, for instance, is actually quite optimistic. He believes that AI can free us from all the boring, repetitive tasks,
Okay.
and that would free us to pursue more creative, fulfilling endeavors.
Okay, that's a more hopeful perspective.
Yeah,
So it sounds like AI is this crazy, powerful force that's going to disrupt pretty much everything, but it's not inherently good or bad.
right.
It's all about how we choose to use it and adapt to it being here.
That's a great way to put it. And that's where the conversation about national AI strategies comes in.
Okay.
Governments all over the world are starting to realize how powerful AI is.
Yeah.
And they're scrambling to develop their own strategies for using this technology.
So it's like a global AI race with countries competing to be at the forefront of this technological revolution.
Kinda, yeah. But the question is, will these strategies be driven by collaboration or competition?
Right.
Will we see a global effort to use AI for good, or will it become a tool for nationalistic ambitions and geopolitical maneuvering?
That's a big question and one that we'll have to keep exploring as we dive deeper into the world of AI.
For sure.
But before we go there, I think it's time to hear more about Mostaque's intelligent internet and how it fits into this rapidly changing landscape.
Let's do that next. It's a really fascinating concept that touches on a lot of the things we've been talking about.
Okay.
From AI's potential to solve global problems to the role of blockchain
Yep.
in creating a more decentralized and equitable future.
Awesome. Let's get into it.
Okay.
Something.
The intelligent internet is really all about like democratizing AI
Okay.
and making sure that it benefits everybody, not just a select few.
So how does it work?
Yeah.
How do you even build an intelligent internet that's like powered by AI and driven by crypto?
Okay, so picture this.
Okay.
A network of all these interconnected AI models and data sets,
Yeah.
and anybody can access them from anywhere in the world.
Okay.
And instead of it being controlled by just a handful of big tech companies,
Uh-huh.
it's governed by like this decentralized network of users
Okay.
who are all like encouraged to contribute to the common good.
I'm trying to like wrap my head around the scale of this.
Yeah.
It sounds incredibly ambitious. Is this something that's even possible with the technology we have today?
It might sound like something out of the future, but the pieces are already there.
Okay.
We have the AI models, the blockchain tech, and a growing community of developers and researchers who are really passionate about this vision.
Yeah.
Mostaque believes it's not a question of if, but when this becomes a reality.
It's pretty amazing to think about the possibilities.
Yeah.
Imagine a world where anyone, no matter their background or their resources, could just tap into the power of AI
Right.
to solve problems, to innovate and create new opportunities.
Exactly. And it's not just about empowering individuals.
Okay.
Imagine this technology being used to tackle these big global challenges.
So climate change, poverty, disease.
Right.
Think about AI looking at these massive data sets and finding patterns and solutions that we humans might miss,
Right.
which could lead to breakthroughs in things like renewable energy, sustainable agriculture, and personalized medicine.
Okay, you've officially blown my mind, but let's bring it back down to earth for a second.
Okay.
How would this intelligent internet actually affect our everyday lives? Give
Yeah.
me a real-world example.
All right, let's take education.
Okay.
Imagine each student getting a personalized learning experience that's tailored to their specific needs and learning style.
Right.
And it's all powered by AI, and you can access it through this decentralized network.
Yep.
This could completely change how we teach future generations,
Wow.
making learning more engaging, more effective, and more accessible for everyone.
So instead of like those one-size-fits-all classrooms,
Right.
we could have AI tutors that give customized lessons and feedback and adapt to each student's progress in real time. Exactly. And this personalized approach could also work in healthcare.
Oh, interesting.
Imagine AI going through your medical history, your genetic data, your lifestyle choices to create a preventative health plan just for you.
Wow.
Or AI-powered tools that can find diseases early on
Yeah.
so we can get more effective treatments and better outcomes.
It sounds like AI could bring about a whole new era of personalized medicine.
Yeah.
We'd be moving away from that one-size-fits-all approach that's so common in healthcare today.
Exactly, and it's not just about individual benefits.
Right.
This tech could also be used to improve public health globally,
Okay.
tracking the spread of diseases, spotting potential outbreaks, and developing targeted interventions to prevent pandemics.
These are some incredible possibilities.
Yeah,
But I also wonder about the potential downsides. We talked about AI's impact on jobs.
right.
Could this intelligent internet make that even worse?
That's a really good point, and it's something we need to be proactive about.
Yeah.
As AI automates certain tasks and creates new ones, we need to make sure people have the skills and training they need to succeed in this changing world.
Yeah.
We have to invest in education and retraining programs that focus on developing those uniquely human skills,
Okay.
the ones that AI just can't replicate.
So it's not just about preparing for the jobs of the future.
Right.
It's about developing those human qualities that will be even more valuable in an AI-driven world.
Exactly. Things like creativity, critical thinking, empathy, the ability to adapt to change.
Those are all super important.
Yeah, we need to empower people to become lifelong learners,
Okay.
constantly adapting and evolving alongside this rapidly changing tech.
You mentioned earlier that this intelligent internet could help address global challenges like climate change.
Yeah.
Can you talk a bit more about how AI could be used to tackle this issue?
AI could be a game changer in our fight against climate change.
Okay.
Imagine AI looking at tons of climate data
Yeah.
to identify trends, predict future impacts, and develop strategies for mitigation and adaptation. Think about AI optimizing energy grids to reduce our dependence on fossil fuels,
Right.
or designing smart cities that are more sustainable and resilient to climate shocks.
That's pretty incredible to think about.
Yeah.
But I also wonder about the role of governments in all of this.
Yeah.
We've talked about national AI strategies,
Right.
but how do those fit into this vision of a decentralized, intelligent internet?
That's a crucial question.
Yeah.
While the intelligent internet is all about being decentralized and open access set, governments still have a really important role to play.
Okay.
They can create policies that encourage innovation, invest in research and development,
Yeah.
and make sure this technology is used responsibly and ethically.
So it's not about government versus decentralization.
Right.
It's about finding the right balance between the two.
Exactly. We need governments to create an environment where innovation can flourish.
Okay.
But we also need these decentralized systems to prevent a few people or entities from having all the power.
It's a tricky balance, but an important one to figure out as we move into this AI-powered future.
For sure.
So far, we've focused on the positive things AI could do, but we should also acknowledge the potential risks.
Right.
What are some of the concerns we need to address as AI gets more powerful and more widespread?
One of the biggest worries is that AI could be used for harmful purposes.
Okay.
Imagine AI being used to create autonomous weapon systems or to spread sophisticated propaganda and misinformation.
Yeah, that's scary.
It's crucial that we develop ethical guidelines and safeguards
Right.
to prevent these technologies from ending up in the wrong hands.
It's like we're at this turning point in history
Yeah,
where we have this amazingly powerful tool
right.
that could be used for great good or great harm.
Absolutely.
And it's up to us to make sure it's used wisely.
You're exactly right. We
Yeah.
need to be having these conversations now while this technology is still in its early stages.
Yeah.
We need to think critically about the potential consequences of our choices and work together to ensure that AI benefits all of humanity.
It's a big task, but one we can't ignore.
Yeah.
We need to approach this tech revolution with both excitement and caution,
Okay.
with a sense of wonder and a healthy dose of skepticism.
I agree. And we need to remember that AI isn't some outside force acting on us.
Right.
It's a tool that we're creating.
Yeah.
And in the end, it's up to us to decide how it's used.
It's a powerful reminder that we're not just watching this tech revolution happen.
Right.
We're active participants who can actually shape the future.
Exactly. And that's a responsibility we all share.
We've covered a lot today, from AI's potential to change the economy and solve global problems,
Yeah.
to the importance of ethical guidelines and decentralized systems.
It's been a really fascinating exploration of this rapidly changing field.
But before we wrap up this deep dive, I want to hear your final thoughts on what all of this means. Where do we go from here? What should our listeners be doing to get ready for this AI-powered future?
That's a great question. And I think the most important thing is to stay informed, stay engaged, and stay curious.
Those are great points. We need to be actively involved in shaping the future of AI, not just watching it develop.
I couldn't agree more.
This has been a really insightful conversation.
Yeah.
And I feel like we've just scratched the surface of this complex and constantly evolving topic.
There's always more to learn, and as AI keeps advancing, so will our understanding of its potential and its impact.
On that note, let's switch gears and explore a more personal aspect of this whole AI revolution.
Okay.
The rise of AI companions and their potential impact on our everyday lives.
Sounds good.
AI companions, it sounds like something out of science fiction.
Uh-huh.
Are we talking about like robots we hang out with?
Right.
Or virtual assistants that become our besties?
It's really not as far off as you might think.
Okay.
AI companions are already starting to appear in different forms.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we've got chatbots that offer companionship and emotional support,
Okay.
virtual assistants that help us manage our daily lives, and even robotic pets that give comfort and interaction.
I've heard about those robotic pets for like seniors and stuff,
Right.
but are we really saying that AI is becoming our friend,
Yeah.
like our confidant? That seems like a huge jump from scheduling appointments and setting reminders.
It is a big jump,
Yeah.
but it's something that AI developers are actively working on.
Okay.
The goal is to create AI companions that can understand our emotions, respond to our needs, and provide a genuine sense of connection.
Yeah. I can see how that could be appealing, especially in a world where people are feeling more and more isolated.
Yeah,
But I also have some concerns.
sure.
What if these AI companions become manipulative?
Right.
Could they take advantage of our emotions or make us too dependent on them?
Those are totally valid concerns,
Yeah.
and it's crucial that we address them as this technology keeps developing.
Okay.
We need to make sure that AI companions are built with ethics in mind,
Yeah.
with safeguards to prevent manipulation and encourage healthy human interaction.
So it's not just about creating AI that's intelligent.
Right.
It's about creating AI that aligns with our values and helps us be well.
Exactly. We have to be mindful of the potential impact of AI companions on our mental and emotional health,
Yeah.
and we need to come up with guidelines and regulations to ensure these technologies are being used responsibly.
That makes sense. It's like with any new technology.
Yeah.
There's a balance between taking advantage of the good stuff and making sure we're not causing harm.
Absolutely, and it's a conversation that needs input from lots of different people,
Okay.
including AI developers, ethicists, policymakers, and the public.
This whole thing about AI companions makes me think about human connection.
Yeah.
Can AI really replicate the complexity of human relationships? With all the nuances and imperfections?
That's a deep question.
Yeah.
And it's one that philosophers and scientists have been going back and forth on for centuries.
Right.
While AI can imitate some parts of human interaction, it's not clear if it can ever truly capture the depth and complexity of real human connection.
I think you might be right. Maybe there's something special about human-to-human interaction
Yeah.
that AI, no matter how advanced, can never fully copy.
It's definitely possible, and it makes us wonder what the role of AI companions should be in our lives.
Yeah.
Should we think of them as replacements for human connection,
Right.
or as something that adds to our existing relationships?
I think we need to remember that technology is supposed to help us,
Yeah.
not the other way around. We should be using AI to make our lives better,
Right.
not to replace the things that make us human.
I totally agree, and I think that's a good rule of thumb as we explore this whole new world of AI companions.
So we've covered a lot in this deep dive into AI,
We have.
from how it could change the economy and solve global problems
Right.
to those big philosophical questions about consciousness
Yeah.
and the rise of AI companions. It's been a wild ride.
It has been fascinating exploring all these complex and quickly evolving ideas with you.
And as we wrap up, I'm left with this mix of excitement and worry. AI could change our world in so many ways,
Yeah.
but it also presents us with some serious challenges.
It's a time of great opportunity and a great responsibility for sure.
So what's the main takeaway for our listeners?
Okay.
What do we want them to remember?
I think the most important thing is to stay curious, stay informed, and stay engaged.
Yeah.
AI isn't some far-off idea.
Right.
It's happening now, and it's already changing our world in big ways.
We need to be active participants in this tech revolution,
Right.
not just sitting back and watching it happen.
That's exactly. The future of AI isn't set in stone. It's up to us to shape it in a way that benefits all of humanity.
Well, I want to thank you, our expert guest, for joining us on this deep dive
It's been my pleasure.
and for sharing your insights with us.
Of course.
And to our listeners, thank you for joining us on this exploration of the incredible world of AI.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
We hope this deep dive has inspired you to learn more, think critically, and be part of the conversation about how we can shape the future of this powerful technology.